Also, Ambassador Kamala, and your time is too short in Jakarta. Before I leave Jakarta, I try to find you. Where is Ibu Kamala? Welcome, I'm very happy to see you here. And also, we have Bapak Brian McPeters. I'm very happy to engage with Ambassador McPeters because when I arrived in October, actually today, three months ago, I arrived in Washington DC today, and then in October, Ambassador McPeters brought 100 U.S. delegation from 36 companies to Indonesia. So I have to work very hard, try to manage and to arrange the delegation to meet 18 ministers and vice ministers, and also the governor of Jakarta. So I'm very happy. Thank you. And also my friends here, not only in business issues, but also I'm very happy to learn. My colleague, you are coming from the environmental agencies, and also I have here Pak David Jenner. Thank you, because Pak David is always, when I went to State Department, I was always with him. And thank you, Pak David, for the nice welcoming speech. And also here, Pak Susan and Ibu Susan and Pak Bill working on gamelan. And also I've seen many of you also that thank you very much also from Freeport. You're here also, thank you very much. And friends of Indonesia and United States, so thank you. And again, I just arrived 3 months ago. 2 days ago, actually I already presented my credentials to President Trump during the political shutdown. So we exchanged through courier. And then after everything gets settled down, the president invited me to come to the Oval Office. And I'm very happy when I mentioned, that I'm representing President Prabowo, Senator Srikar, from the president, also from the people of Indonesia. The President Trump was very kind. He's my friend, he's my best friend. And he said, I would like to present something to the president. So yes, he just get out and back to his table. The table, kept signature, and then he asked me, which one do you prefer, red or white hat? I said, what do you think? You give me the red hat. Okay. And then Mr. President, do you think you can sign the hat? I signed it. And finally, the president said, okay, what do you think if I give you this pen? So I can makan with the president. So it's such kind that, how close our two leaders and how those might make our collaboration, Pak David, Pak Bob, and my colleague, my work to be much easier because of this. It's mentioned by Ambassador David. Daniel, yes, the President Prabowo and President Trump met 3 times in less than 3 months. First, maybe in U.S. Regional Assembly, and at that time when the President Trump offered a proposal of the Gaza peace accord, just less than a month, both leaders went to Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt, and President Trump signed an MOU. Because in New York, President Prabowo said, once the UN had a solution on the peace in Gaza, Indonesia ready to send 20,000 of its sons and daughters, to be part of the peacekeeping forces. And now, after that, they met again in Kuala Lumpur during the ASEAN summit. Yes, and for the moment now, since the UN resolution already decided, yes, now Indonesia is ready to send its troops. However, most of them are from the engineering and medical team, because I think they are going to do from reconstruction activities in Gaza, but also to help the post-conflict, many of those need to be medical support. So those are things that I like to inform you. And in the U.S. today enjoy a comprehensive strategic partnership mentioned. It reflects the depth, breadth, and maturity of our cooperation. And this partnership is grounded not only in strategic and economic interests,
but also, most importantly, in strong people-to-people ties. And at the heart of the United States partnership are our people. It was mentioned by the Ambassador Derek Merrill. Yes, for the moment we have 8,400 students studying at the US, and they will be returning to Indonesia. But thank you, Yusindo, take initiative, and I'm really supported, to have a internship program for those Indonesians who already graduated. And I'm looking forward that maybe you can also give some assistance. Let them have the internship in any of your companies. Because why? Because when I met many of the big companies, which is Ambassador Brian brought, they offer a lot of offer for investment in Indonesia. There was Microsoft, Google. There's also Amazon. They're going to build many data center in which Indonesia should provide also land and also power plant and also water resources to have those data centers. We are talking about $billion investment, and also to train millions of Indonesians into new technology, which is artificial intelligence. And this is the thing that I like to share with you. Beyond agreement and institution is human connection that gives meaning to our cooperation. Students, scholars, professional, community leaders, the relationship build trust and understanding. And this is, I think, many of the role of Yusindo. I like to appreciate what they did and so on. Yeah, we are shared value that cross-border of this is very important. These connections shape future leaders, and they help them face global challenges together. They keep our partnership resilient, inclusive, and forward-looking. And most importantly, they are rooted in genuine friendship between our two peoples. Why I mention this to you, within the cabinet of President Prabowo right now, there's one dedicated minister in charge of culture. And since there is already some MOUs between Indonesia and especially in institution, 3 years ago, we like to implement this collaboration, including in the issue of culture. Just want to share with you some number. For example, if you are in Washington right now, we have 30 Indonesian communities on various culture. You want to see Pencak Silat is here. If you want to see Reog from Ponorogo is here. If you have the Balinese gamelan and Balinese dancing is here. If you want to see Japanese gamelan and Japanese dancing, Ibu Clara, we have Ibu Clara voice. One of the Japanese dancers, very famous Ibu Clara, is here. Do you want to see the Kulintang? Kulintang is the bamboo from North Sulawesi. So Kulintang, the gamelan, the Pencak Silat, those three, for the moment, and the batik, most people are now wearing, those already recognized as the, what we call it, UNESCO World Heritage. Yes. Those must be preserved, must be conserved, and must be developed by global community. So thank you for all of you now today. You are wearing very beautiful batik. Because yes, now this is now preserving this for the world. And in the meantime also that for the 3 decades since 1999, I think Yusindo has played a vital role in this work in terms of people-to-people contact. It has brought Indonesians and Americans together through scholarship, exchange, and summer study program. And today Yusindo alumni from a strong and now is very strong and influential network. Many Indonesians now serve in such a position, mostly as part of Yusindo's collaboration, including in the government and the Indonesian Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I also note with appreciation your valuable contribution in raising Indonesia's economic profile to our U.S. counterpart, and such as through hosting high-level business roundtable for our president, ministers, and high-level officials. I saw the slides when Yusindo received President Prabowo when the president was in Washington, and looking forward also that the President Prabowo will will come for a visit again in next year, next 2 weeks, in 2026. And 2026 is very important for both countries because in 2026 the US will be hosting the G20. So I think this G20 should be initiated by many sectoral activities, in various Minister of Finance, Minister of Tourism, and so on. They starting next month, and also we are celebrating the 250 years of U.S. independence. And one of the biggest event will be when the President Trump will receive tall ships from all over the world in New York on the 4th of July. And I'd like to share with you that there will be big tall ships, 32 of those coming from 32 countries. And I'm very happy to inform you that the Bima Suci, the Indonesian tall ship, will be in New York on the 4th of July. And based on the list of the participants, our tall ship will be the second largest after Peru. Peru, US is somewhere around number 5 or 6. Number 1, Peru is with around 390 feet long. Our Bima Suci, which is the newest one, is just built in 2017. Long is around 370 feet long. It is able to bring 200 cadets. And all of you, Mr. David, please give me the list of the name of the participants. Because I want to invite all of you the 1st of July in Baltimore. Because we will be born in Baltimore, and the cadets will perform Indonesian national culture. And I just learned also from a little bit from the Ambassador Crowley. Yes, all international embassies will be invited to present, to perform their national culture. And for Bima Suci, our scholarship, we will have a big event in, what do you call it, the ball is dropped in New York? Times Square. We're gonna have an event in Times Square also with the fireworks and so on. So looking forward to this big event. Even though there was one also big event is the World Cup, you see? But unfortunately we are not there. I'll be very busy on receiving guests coming from Indonesia just to watch the World Cup, but unfortunately Indonesia still not able to participate in the World Cup. Looking ahead, Indonesia remains committed to deepen our comprehensive strategic partnership with the US by continuing to invest in education, culture, and social collaboration. In an increasingly complex global environment, strong people-to-people connection are essential to building trust, resilient, and a future-oriented partnership that benefits both our nations. In closing, I would like to once again to express my appreciation to Yusindo for the vital role in strengthening Indonesia's and U.S. relations. Let us continue to work together to ensure that our partnership remains strong, dynamic, firmly centered on our peoples. I forgot also to introduce my wife once again, Lily. When I met some of the guests mentioned, I talked with Sri Mulyani. She was the whole thing with Sri Mulyani. This is her sister. You see the face, right? Sri Mulyani.
That's my face. Similar.
And also, welcome also, Madam David. Because I can introduce you also. You haven't introduced your wife, right? Madam, thank you very much. Once again, thank you very much to my UCD colleagues, and thank you for coming, and I'm very happy to meet all of you this evening, and I'm looking forward to continuous collaboration with you. Please do come to my office, because I know, and please invite me to talk to you in any issues, because I'm looking forward to, again, with this umbrella agreement of the US-Indonesia comprehensive strategic partnership, those are very good umbrella for us to work together. Unfortunately, starting next month, our embassy will be closed for renovation. This embassy was built 126 years ago. So it must be renovated and it will take 2 years to do it. You're talking about heritage, you're talking about how to preservation also, and every window and every door, it has been approved by the Washington DC city's government, because those are an heritage building.
Yes, ini complicated.
We can move to a rental office building near the White House. Unfortunately, we won't be able to organize a reception just as usual. But in 2027, we can celebrate together in our new renovated embassy. Thank you very much and good evening.